Welcome. I'm Rick the Critic. Thank you for allowing me to come into your home once again. Okay, and we're gonna get started. We're not gonna play around with this because I know that you fellas are interested in knowing more about dating women of other cultures and just getting a good woman. That's what this is all about. Finding a good woman. Okay, so in the last video we talked about the dating part of it, and we talked about your approach and the signs to look for. Today we're going to talk about where you would possibly meet a good woman. Now a lot of people say church, and yeah, church is fine, but now we have a pandemic now, and so because of the pandemic, you can't go to church and meet them. You can't meet them in different places, and forget about dating sites. Oh God, those dating sites are horrible. Oh gosh, I mean, you never know what you're getting on a dating site. You see this wonderful picture, and it could be some Nigerians or some other guys just trying to rip and scam women or men. So, dating sites, no. And if you know, public places, normally, if we didn't have the pandemic, I would say in the grocery stores, your higher end grocery stores, you will meet nice women. You can kind of look in their cart and tell what they're buying if they live alone. I mean, if they got like a gallon of milk and some cereal and all that, pretty much they got a family. But if you look in their cart and they have like small things, you like you might see, I don't know, maybe a six pack of something, and you might see a four pack of something, or you can look and tell. I mean, you can tell if the woman lives alone. You can tell by the groceries. I know I can tell when a brother lives alone when I look in his cart and he's shopping. I can tell. I can tell when I go into a laundromat, if the guy, if it's a guy in there and he's folding his own clothes, you can look and see he's not folding up women's underwear. He pretty much probably lives alone. Um, those places like that. I like meeting guys at the library. I like the movies. I go to the movies alone, so not a lot of not a lot of people do like I do. I mean, I go to the movies alone. I travel across the world alone, and so not a lot of women do that. I'm just kind of, it doesn't bother me. But the places like, most of the time, and I say this because sometimes you can meet nice, your friends will introduce you to nice people. Um, Nice people tend to want nice people to meet. Um, I tried matchmaking for a friend of mine one time, and it ended up in a disaster. So, what I say is, we're going to have a gathering, and then you can meet them on your own. I'll just do the inviting. But places like the museum, places like I say your higher end gourmet stores, you meet people, drugstores, um, museums, uh, a lot of just places where you know people would gather. And when I say people gather, I mean I like concerts. I'm not real big on concerts because I'm not real big on crowds. And most women, if they're out, with other friends, with other girlfriends, you might catch them at places like that. But if they travel alone, like I do, crowds are not, concerts are not one of those things. I like musicals, and I like classical music. So I'm always out at those, like if they have a recital somewhere where the crowd is kind of small, I'm there. Especially if it's a friend or someone that I know, I'm there. But I'm not really big on crowds. But um, places like the Rotary clubs, a lot of women. I play bridge, so you can um, you can find a lot of single women. at the Bridge Club. I mean, a lot of single women. Um, a lot of them are widows. Some of them, not too many of them are. If they're single, generally they're divorced or they're widows because not a lot of young people play bridge, and that's unfortunate. But anyway, that's another Rick the Critic thing. But you can meet them. You can meet women in those kind of places. Sometimes, like I said, you can meet them at churches, church socials, things like that. I'm not a big fan of sports, so a lot of men can meet women, at sport affairs or whatever. But to me, when you're looking for a woman of quality and a woman, you will usually find her in things that sometimes if she's a divorce, you'll find her at PTA meetings. You'll find her in things that are family oriented. You will find her, even if she has no children, you still might find her in places like that. Uh, Volunteer services. Most women volunteer. I know I do a lot of volunteer work at the hospital and places like that. But again, because of the pandemic, um, we might have to limit our search because not a lot of people are out and about and moving around, and then everybody's wearing a mask, so you can't really tell. You know what I'm saying? Uh, what you're meeting. So that happens. But uh, for right now, we're just preparing ourselves when they lift this pandemic, and we're going to go out there and you're going to find yourself a really good woman. Uh, Again, so those are the places. Now, you're going to find when you get yourself uh, a woman of quality and a good woman, you're going to find that if you are a provider and a protector, you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to be pampered. I mean, it's going to be when you run across a good woman always makes sure that her man is taken care of. And when I say taken care of, you're not going to find a good woman is not going to jump in bed with you right away. You're not going to jump in and have sex. If you're talking about um, a woman, a middle-aged woman, 50 and up, it's going to be some time, and she's not. Some of them will engage in intercourse with you maybe after a couple months, and then some of them may say to you, "Listen, I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking marriage, and I really don't." You're not going to find a lot of that because most mature women and most women have already been married, have children, adult children, and they already, what I'm saying, they're not looking for this I'm this young girl and I'm saving myself for marriage type thing. Even though I hear men say, well, if she's not going to be loose. She's not going to be that. She's going to be cautious and she's going to be careful. And before she even, if that should happen, it will be some time. It'll be probably, maybe like 3 months, 4 months, maybe even 6 months, because she's going to want to get to know you before she starts jumping in the bed with you. And with everything going on, wouldn't you want her to be careful and you too as well? And you're still getting to know one another. So, and then again, uh, with mature women and a woman, she is looking for a mate that is uh, still working towards goals, because what a woman is going to do when she connects with you, she's going to listen to everything that you're saying, and right away when you tell her, when a woman and a woman should, if a woman doesn't ask you, where are you going and what is your intent and what are your goals? What's the end game? If she doesn't ask you those questions, you need to walk away, because every woman that is interested, you know what I'm saying, in any type of term relationship, long term, what have you, they're going to ask those questions because women want to know, you know, where you're headed, because they already have a track, they're already going somewhere. They're in their mind, it's like, hey, are we going to the same place? Are we looking for the same end? So they're going to ask you questions like, what are you doing? What are where are you going? What are your plans? What's your goals? If you're retired and you've already worked and you're retired and you've made your money and you're not looking to do anything else, you should be very clear about that. And you should just be very honest and say, listen, I'm retired. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm not trying to make any money. I'm not trying to do real estate. I'm not trying to do any of that. Be very honest. And now, on the other hand, you know what I'm saying, if even if you are retired and you still have some goals, or you like to travel, you like to buy real estate in other countries, you would like to uh, do some other things, you're still not finished, you're not dead, you don't want to just lay down the rest of your life, you know what I'm saying, then you should make those things, that information available to her, because she's going to want to know, what it is that you like doing. Eat with a woman. If you tell a woman, listen, I've worked 50 years for this company, I'm retired. She might ask you, well, what is it? Was that a job or was it work? And you might say, well, it was a job. She might say, what is it that you've always wanted to do that you were never able to do? And now that you're not working, you could do it if you wanted to. And even if you didn't get paid to do it, would you do it? And you might say, well, hey, you know what? I always wanted to have my own, I don't know, chicken farm, or wanted to have my own business or whatever. When you tell a woman that, her mind starts clicking. Her mind starts clicking, and right away, she's thinking on how she can assist you to get to that goal. That's how we're wired. That's how we're wired. When God made man and woman, that's why they say helpmate and helpmeet. You know what I'm saying? Because we we assist. We we are the people. We're the other half. You're the person that says, I want to do this, and I'm the person that says, hey, let me see how together we can get you there. So if you tell me, I always wanted to bake brownies. I'll just say that. I'll just say, I'm retired. I always wanted to have my own brownie company or what have you. I am going to start, getting on the internet. I'm going to start looking. I'm going to start seeing what it, I'm saying, what it costs and what you need and da 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 da. Now, I'm going to come back at some point in time and I'm going to bring that back to your remembrance. And I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I was just thinking, you were talking about brownies or what have you. There's a place, in Connecticut, and this guy makes the most fantastic brownies in the world, and da da da. I thought maybe we take a trip out there and just kind of take a look at his operation. Now, you're probably thinking, gosh, I just mentioned that, and she just jumped. That's what we do. That's what we do. It is, we are wired like that. We are wired to bring the result. That's how we are. So if you tell us something and you don't really want to, follow through with it, don't tell us. Do not tell us, because number one, we'll never let you forget it. And number two, we're going to do everything that we can to try to make that dream, a reality, or that vision a reality. We are going to, help you in any way that we can to get to that goal. So if you're not serious about it, do not mention it to us, because we never let you forget it. It's like, hey, the first time you say, oh, I don't want to, it's like, what do you mean? You can do that. When you got a woman, she's going to always tell you what you can do. You're never going to hear a woman tell you what you can't do. A good woman and your woman is going to always say what you can do. You know, she's going to listen to what you're talking about. She's going to hear you, and then she's going to figure out how she can assist you in achieving that goal. That's what women do. That's just how we're wired. So that's when you know. You get a woman and you tell them, hey, I always wanted to have my own fish and tackle place, down by the river, and they tell you, ew, fish and tackle, ew. She's not the woman for you. Um, if she doesn't, even if she does, I don't like fish. I don't like the hook thing. I don't like the fishing thing. Here, I don't. I just don't. But I mean, if my man were to come to me and say that's what I want to do, I'd be like, wow, that's great, fantastic. Now, all the legwork and whatever information I could pull for him to make that come true, I would do that. I am not going to um, go down to the fish and bait place and be behind the cash register talking about we gonna sell fish. I'm not gonna do that. But he's gonna know that. But I am going to make sure that I can assist him with that dream. I'm not gonna work there, but I might help him hire someone. I might help him, in every way that I can. I'm going to assist. I just may not like, putting, crickets on hooks and all that kind of stuff. I don't do that. But I'm not going to blow his dream, and I'm not going to slap it in his face and say, "Oh my God, what?" I'm not going to do that. A good woman listens, and she clicks, her mind clicks and tells her, "Listen, you know what? This is how I can help you," because that's what I'm going to be trying to figure out. How can I help him get to his goal? A good man, he's going to do the same thing. Hey baby, I always wanted to have a flower store. I just never. Oh, really? He's going to do whatever he can to assist you in reaching your goal. That's what people that come together, that's what they do. They help each other. That's what men do. That's what women do. So you're gonna have that type of relationship where you're helping one another, and that's a great thing. That's when you know you have a woman. Like I said, there are some really telltale signs about whether you have a woman or a girlfriend or like that. But again, we're only talking about men that are looking for women, a woman, not a girl, not a girlfriend, not arm candy, not. We're looking for a woman, someone that will assist them in achieving their goals, someone that will be there when they come home, and when they open the door, they're very happy to see them, because when they look at you, they know that you have done everything that you can to make things very good for them. You've provided them with a home, you've provided them with all the things that they need. You know what I'm saying? In turn, she is going to make sure that you have everything you need. She's going to make sure when she opens that door, and I mean, this is just me, this is how I am. And I'm sure, like I said, most women are like, when I open the door and I see my man, I'm excited. It's like, hey, it just depends on how I want to open the door. I might open the door in a raincoat, I might not. I might open the door and say, hey, dinner's ready, but do we have time? Or I might even say, hey, listen, when he comes, depending on what kind of work he does. If he's high stress, if it's high stress, he's going to have some bath water. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have his robe. He's going to have, whatever clothes he's going to wear, his comfortable clothes. He's going to have his dinner cooked. You know what I'm saying? When he comes out, you know what I'm saying? I'm rubbing his feet. I'm rubbing his back. I'm talking to him. I'm listening to him. Hey, how was your day? Da 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 da. That's what women do for good men. You know what I mean? When you get a woman that is not concerned about your well-being, you don't have a woman. You got a girl. When a woman is with you and she is concerned about your well-being, she's concerned about your whole well-being. She's concerned about the food that you consume in your body, whatever food she cooks. That's her job. Her job is to make sure that she keeps you healthy. That means you eating right. She's concerned about you keeping your appointments with your doctor. She's concerned about when you come home, you know what I'm saying, that you're in a tub of relaxing warm water. And when you come out, she might even have, I know I used to with my ex, my husband is dead, but you know, I would always have a warm towel. You know, I'd take it out, put it in the dryer and take it out. And when he got out the tub, it's like, hey, I got something for you. And we'd wrap up together. You know, men, you women are not very complicated. They aren't. They really aren't. And men feel like they are, and women feel like men, but you're not. Neither one of us are very complicated. Um, a good woman wants a man to provide and to protect her. She needs to know when she comes to you and asks you something, she needs to know that you have her best interests at heart. She needs to know that when she comes to you about anything, you know, that's where it stays. She needs to know that you got the whole situation. And at any time that you don't have it, you need to know that she's got it. Any man that works hard every day and comes and brings his wife all of their money, you know, and then sometime, and she's heard his dream, she's heard everything, you know, they've been together 10 years, 15 years, or what have you, and he gets ready to retire, what have you. A good woman will have money put to the side for that dream to come to fruition. That's a good woman. A woman will not have forgotten about the dream. And she may even come to you one day and say, hey, listen, I thought we would take a trip and go and see, you know, da 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 da, you know, and you might say, wow, you know, I was thinking, you know, well, how, you know, we can, yes, we can do that. A good woman, if your husband comes home and he's lost his job, a good woman looks at him and says, don't worry about it, baby. We're okay. Well, what do you mean? Da, da, da. No, no, no. When you were giving me $100, I was putting away 20 every week. So we're okay. That's what good women do when they're looking out for their man. Now, if he goes to work every day and he's tearing down walls or doing whatever he needs to do to make sure that you got a roof over your head, food on the table, clothes on your back, and make sure that you have some little pretties, you know what I'm saying? If he makes sure that all of that is together and the children are together and all that, that's the least that women can do, and women do that. That's what women do. Women put things to the side to make sure that when those emergencies come up or when things happen, that a man is covered. He's covered. You know, he doesn't have to go to anybody else and start, you know, begging or coming, you know, well, we need. No, he comes home to his wife and he says, babe, such and such and such. And she looks at him and says, okay, this is what we're working with. Will this help? You know what I'm saying? That's when you got a woman. If you got a girl and you bringing your money home, she spent all your money. You don't have no money. When your tail lose your job, you know what I'm saying? You got to find another one. You might have some conflict there because she looking at you real crazy because you ain't got no money. And where y'all gonna get some money because she been looking dependent on you. That's when you got a girlfriend. When you have a real woman, she has made provisions for those rainy days. She's made provisions for emergencies. She's made provisions for your dream. That's what women do. And that's what we're talking about, women. So I want, you know, I'm telling you these things because I want you to know that a lot of times, you know, men, you know, they think they want all of this, you know, I want this, da da da, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you may get a woman that she may not be a great cook. You know what I'm saying? She may not be those things that your mom or dad said that that's what women do. They cook, clean, blah, blah, blah. She may not do all of that. But what she may do is be very attentive to your needs. And she may be the kind of woman that together you guys fit well together. You know what I'm saying? You might be the one to say, you know, hey, listen, you know, I paid it. You may be comfortable paying all the bills and giving her an allowance. Even with that, she's still gonna put something to the side. That's what women do. So, uh, you know, you need to decide. You need to decide whether you want a woman or you want a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference. And if you make a decision to have a woman, I can promise you that you've got yourself a really, really, really good you got a good friend, and you got a partner that's going to make sure that everything is all right. Again, like I said, if you can, if you want a girl or a woman, then hey, my show, Rick the Critic, is about helping you find a good woman. So, and pretty soon we're going to have some questions and answers and all that kind of stuff. I'm just really new to this because I normally do my shows in, in the in a studio, and now I'm feeling like I need to do. YouTube is such, and social media is such a big outlet. It's like, why go to a studio when you can do things, on YouTube? So just bear with me because I'm trying to get information, and how you guys can ask me questions and I can answer them, and you know what I'm saying, and we can together point each other in the right direction to find just what we need. Listen, I'm Rick the Critic. I've run out of time, but I have enjoyed every minute of sharing with you. And if I'm saying, anything that you want to know about women or what have you, you're going to have your chance. Because, like I said, we're going to do some Q&A, and we're going to get a lot of things going on here. I'm just, like I said, just bear with me. I'm new to this, but we're going to have a wonderful time, sharing and laughing, and I'm going to be very excited when you connect with that woman, because in a time such as this, we need a partner. We don't need a partner that we got to fight with. We don't need a partner. We don't need people that we fight outside with, and then when we come in our homes, we got to fight with our partners. We're looking for peace in our house. We're looking for, when we come home, someone is really glad to see you, and not just glad, but happy to see you, and you're happy to see them, and you just want to be at home and just have peace in your home. So again, like I said, if I can help you find a woman, and give you the direction and show you what to look for and stuff, then it won't be so hard when you connect and you get a real woman, and you'll have peace in your home. I'm Rick the Critic. Thank you for allowing me to come into your home. I've had a wonderful time sharing with you, and I look forward to talking to you again next week. Bye.